Hey there, awesome folks. Listen, if you're experiencing any of the things I'm about to talk about on that job, it's time for you to go. Stay tuned, y'all. Hey there, awesome folks. This is Mentor Shelley, wanting to make sure that you become a better version of yourself professionally. And I want you to be aware that unfortunately, there are some employers that you don't need to spend any more time with. If you're experiencing anything remotely close to any of these things I'm about to talk about, leave now. If you're experiencing major stress coming from the workload getting heavier and the pay not getting any lighter, or getting any, increasing, you're experiencing, you're now being saddled with doing two jobs instead of one, because they let go one person and they said, oh, the company is going through right sizing, or the company is going through, we're bracing for a recession, whatever fancy words they use. But now you're doing your duties and you're doing the duties of the other person they just let go. If you're experiencing major stress and it's getting to the point where you literally have a headache going to work every day, it's time to put an exit plan together. And if you're if you're sure you want to get the heck out of there, and you need to make sure that you have your career tools in place, like your resume, cover letters, things of that nature, go to mentorshelley.com/consultations, and I will be able to not only review but revise your resume and cover letter and maybe some other career tools that you can use to find another job that is not as stressful as the one you're in now. Okay? Number two, if you're in a toxic work culture, I can identify with this because one of my story times we talk about the fact that I was working in a specific place that their conversation pretty much included how much fun they had inhaling or ingesting as much alcohol as possible, and talking about the drunken stupor over the weekend that I didn't need to hear about. Unfortunately, I was sitting in the same area, so I couldn't avoid it, because unfortunately, working there, I could not put headphones in to completely kill the unnecessary noise known as their conversation. So if you're in an environment where the moral compass seemed to have been lost in the abyss, and anything pretty much goes as far as what happens between employees, there may be sexual harassment going on right in your face, quid pro quo, or nonverbal or verbal harassment may be going on in your face, or maybe happening to you. It is time to go. And make sure you contact, if you're having to experience any form of harassment, whether it be sexual or physical or violent type of harassment, you need to get on the phone with the EEOC and you need to leave now. Okay? Number three, poor or disgusting boss. That, I'm going to borrow this term that they use when they're talking about narcissists. You have a boss that's a narcissist that gaslights you and embarrasses you in front of other employees. There's no rhyme or reason that any grown adult that can speak, that can handle their own business, that can apply for another job, should ever have to deal with or put up with this type of nonsense. It's time to go. And in some cases, I'm not telling you find another job, then go. In some cases, I'm telling you to get the hell out of Dodge and figure it out later. I'm telling y'all to get the hell out before you lose your sanity or your life. It's time to get the hell out of Dodge. If you have a boss that shows narcissistic tendencies, this tells you you're great one minute and then is tearing you down the next like you're their 5-year-old child, And then when you confront them, they lie about it. So you're only left with, every time they're around, record every conversation because you're not sure when the lies are going to come. And then when you confront them with the truth, they get upset because you're disturbing the demonic lies that they're telling themselves in their head. So if you're experiencing anything like that on the job, run. Last, but certainly not least, especially because I am in the human resources department, there's a lot of employment law that every employer is subjected to, at least 300 plus employment laws that they have to adhere to, that they are liable or leave themselves open for exposure for. So if the company owners decide not to listen to their HR and decide to get involved in illegal practices, depending on the industry that they're in. If it's an insurance industry, then they're doing legal practices by not adhering to the DBPR laws of the state. They may be writing policies that are illegal to write. They may be doing some underhanded, under the table, I'm going to pay off this politician to make my problems go away type of illegalities. Get the hell out of Dodge, because with working with companies like this, and if there is a leader that is allowing this type of absolute nonsense, 9 times out of 10, they're looking for their scapegoat. They are looking for someone smart to turn into their village idiot. So if push comes to shove and accountability is required, they're getting ready to sink the peon that they do not have any kind of respect or liking for. So before you get pinned with some illegal activities on behalf of your bosses, or if you're in a gaslighting situation with your boss, or if you're working in an environment where the moral compass has been thrown out the window and destroyed for all eternity, or you're experiencing stress so bad that you're losing your hair, you're not sleeping at night, if it's going to damage your health, leave now. And of course, I'm definitely here to talk to you about that. If you're definitely looking for some help in that area to get a career revamp, or to get your, to get some help career-wise, like with direction or what's my next move, or just to get your career tools ready, like your resume and things of that nature, definitely go to mentorshelley.com/consultations. I am more than happy to help you get the hell out of Dodge as quickly as possible, whether it be we go through a career strategy session, or I work with you to get your resume, cover letters, and different things ready to go so you can get the hell out of there. Guys, not every employer is for you. I know you need the money, baby. I know you need the money to take care of your responsibilities, but please do not give up your sanity for a few dollars. Some things are worth more than money. Your sanity and your level of stress is not worth. Some jobs are not worth it. Your health, mental health, physical health, financial health is not worth some of these jobs. Some of these employers are absolute trash. If they allow narcissistic bosses like this to be gaslighting people and doing all kinds of nonsense and having all kinds of legalities running all over the place, run. All right, guys, listen, this is a warning sign. If you have any of these things going on, or it could get to the levels I was talking to you guys maybe a few weeks ago about an employer that have leaders putting their hands on people. If it gets to that point, get the hell out. All right, guys, listen, this is Mentor Shelley, wanting to make sure you become a better version of yourself. And in doing so, do not stay in an environment that is causing you harm, mentally, physically, and otherwise. All right, guys, take care. Have a good one. Bye.